Hey, Colabcoaching yet again to share some wise words of wisdom for the week. It's week number 3 of the self-care series, meaning we're going to go a little bit deeper, get a little bit more personal about literally caring about yourself. So, with this week, I have a question slash thought for you, and that is why you should be prioritizing self-care. Why you should be prioritizing self-care in your life. You know, these past 2 weeks have brought a lot of reflection about self care and how you should be doing self care. But this week, I want to talk about why you should do self care. You know, we always ask those big, heavy questions with why because of the fact that we're not doing it. And for the people who feel like they are doing self care, I want to propose this question to you as well because we could always be doing more. So, with self care, at the end of the day, as I like to talk about, we have to put the self back in self care. We have to put ourselves as priority. But with our society, we tend to put other people as priority because it's so much easier because we're taught to do so. You know, if you're taught to do something, you tend to do it a little bit easier with less effort because of the fact that, you tend to think that, well, I've done this so much times before, it's like second nature. But I'm here to say that's not always the case because it takes so much more effort to care about someone else. It takes so much more effort to put other people first because it's something that you're not doing for yourself. You're doing and putting that energy into towards someone else or putting time into towards someone else. The easiest thing you could do, and I'm going to flip the script here. The easiest thing that you can do is to care about yourself. The easiest thing you could do is to just sit within yourself, sit by yourself, and to spend time with yourself. But it becomes hard with basically not talking about things that you're currently going through within yourself, not spending time with yourself because of the fact that it's hard and difficult. And honestly, some people just don't know how to do that, or rather, have a phone in our hands, going on social media, or rather go spend time with other people because you can interact with them more. But it becomes difficult to spend time with yourself because of the fact that it's not really taught. Yes, you're with yourself 24/7. That's true. But you're not truly spending time with yourself. And I gave the analogy last week of taking yourself out on a date. When you're on a date with a genuine person, someone that you actually are intrigued about and you want to learn more about, you're asking questions. You're trying to figure out their likes and dislikes. You're trying to figure out a little bit more about their past. You're trying to figure out, is this person the right fit for me? And I'm saying that we have to do that with ourselves because it's so important to go back to the basics. Go back to the basics of realizing, well, do I really know myself? Do I really know what my likes and dislikes are? Am I really trying to figure out what happened to me in my past to make me the person I am today? And the biggest thing is, do I really love myself? If you're going on a date with someone and you're actually trying to have a relationship with someone, you have to have some type of love for that person. Maybe it might be small, it might be initial, but it's something there. And that applies to friendships as well. That applies to family. If you don't really love your family, if you don't really love your friends, you will know the difference, and you will see the difference with how they act towards you versus how they act with people that actually love and care about. So when we're talking about prioritizing self care, we have to realize that it's a reward for yourself. The reward for actually spending time with yourself, the reward for actually realizing how special you are, how beautiful you are, it all accumulates. It all comes together because of the fact that you gain something that is something that will never change. It's something that you will never lack, and that is self love. Once you realize that self care is so important, you prioritize self care in your life, you'll start to love yourself more. You start to appreciate yourself more. You start to respect yourself more. You start to realize that, whoa, I am beautiful. Yes, I am special. And I say this because of the fact that beauty comes from within. Superficial stuff is great. Physical things is fine. You could be physically appealing. That's wonderful. But the true beauty of any person comes from within. How they react to things, how they treat other people, how they spread their love that they have within themselves, how they truly show that they care about someone. That's all beauty within yourself. And you get to know that about yourself by actually spending time with yourself to realize it. So when you're actually prioritizing yourself, it's more. it's more important than just releasing stress. Yes, self-care is great and it helps you release stress and that's beautiful, but there's so much more that you could tap into that you haven't really tapped into because you're not prioritizing self-care in your life. Prioritizing, let's break that down even more just for the people to realize how important it is. To prioritize something is to make sure it becomes on the top of the list, not on the bottom of the list, not at the end. It means that it's a 10 to you and not just a 1. It means that it's something that you need to do, that you feel like there's a must that you have to do, instead of something that you just do eventually. Just because you self-care maybe once or twice a month, maybe just because you self-care maybe once or twice a year, doesn't mean that it's priority. It doesn't mean it's consistent. It doesn't mean that you're committed to it. Yes, you may have went on vacation once a year. You had a great time. You spent time on the beach, or you did something you didn't do before. That's wonderful. But I'm talking about the self care that you are committed to. I'm talking about the self care that you do on a consistent basis. And as I said before in my previous videos, it doesn't have to be something big. It could be literally you just taking a walk at a park once a week, or literally you putting something in your reminders or putting your phone as a schedule that you will take 30 minutes to yourself, solely to yourself. Now, I know there's going to be people that say, well, we can't just live our lives like that. We have so much things going on. I have children. I have people that have significant others. Yes, I'm not saying that they're not important. This is not a conversation about you disregarding other people in your life. I'm not saying that. What I am trying to say is that you have to fit more time for yourself. This is the moment that you have to sit down and realize that you need to be selfish. It's not being selfish in the regard of putting people to the side. It's being selfish so you can realize that you are a priority as well. You know, we tend to put other people first, whether it's our significant others, whether it's our children, whether it's our friends or family, because we have been normalized to the fact that, okay, yes, they have their wants too. They have their needs too. What can I help? How can I provide? How can I do this? That's great. But everything that you're feeling everything that you're feeling and every all the feelings you have towards other people and all the energy you put towards people should be put to yourself as well. This doesn't mean that you have to put yourself on a high pedestal and, oh, this is I have to do self-care 24/7. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that we have to put ourselves in the equation as well, because there is so much things, as I said earlier, that you are not doing for yourself, that your body and your mind and your soul is just waiting for you to do. Literally taking energy and putting it back in your own mind, putting it back in your heart, putting it back in your spirit, because you deserve it too. Just put it this way. Let's make it really simple. When someone asks you for something, when someone wants to vent to you, when someone wants you to go to an outing or an event, you're giving your energy to that person and you're showing them that you appreciate them. So my question to you is that why aren't you doing that for yourself? Why aren't you putting energy back into yourself? Why aren't you showing yourself that you appreciate yourself? Why aren't you showing yourself that you love yourself? We have to prioritize this because you have to be that source. If you are that person that brings people together, if you're that person that puts that binds the family together, if you're that person that is that support system for a friend, you have to be that source. And the only way for you to truly appreciate the source, appreciate the beauty of who you are, and to see, well, dang, these people in my life really care about me. Wow, people in my life really love me. Why can't I feel that same way about myself? Once you feel that way about yourself and you understand that you need to prioritize that, whew, the journey is going to be amazing of how much you can truly take yourself to the next level. If don't take my word for it, just go ahead and try it. Put that self-care as a priority and see how much your life changes. Simple as that. So who am I? I'm the Colab coach. I focus on relationships. And I am the relationship coach that focuses on self-love. That also is here to help you. And if you have any questions or concerns about your relationship and you feel like coaching is something that you need in your life, just go ahead and go to my website, yourcolabcoach.com. You You can do a relationship checklist, and we'll see if we're a good fit for each other, and you can see my coaching packages on there. Follow me on Facebook, Colab Coaching. Follow me on Instagram, Colab Coaching. All my videos are YouTube, Colab Coaching. Thank you so much for watching. Share this with anyone that you feel that is needing to prioritize self-care in their life. Make sure they watch this video. Tell them to like and subscribe. And in the meantime, have a wonderful day.